Daughters are sons are sons, and a wife, and daughters are daughter all their life.
Right, yeah.
So that's true.
So, yeah, so just trying to work that out. Okay. And then you're working on getting some listings here and there, so. Yeah.
I miss you seeing your face.
I'm gonna try and be here more often.
Oh,
Yeah. So, you speaking today? I know, I love to hear you talk.
No, this is all the Sam and Hadia show. They're gonna be up on panel here. It's gonna ask them the questions.
Sam and you, and I'm usually
Oh.
How's going for you?
So far, I think it's so far so good. It's kind of like,
It's like playing a long game, right?
I'm not yet, so I'm not receiving funds from it.
Right, are you gonna say
I'm
you're
not receiving money or anything, but I mean, if I had the cash in the bank, what would it be?
That's true, for a house, tax-wise on that?
Which one?
On your CPA.
I did. Yeah, that was, actually, that was great this year. I used 2 tax laws that I used this year. I think the CPA was a new one that I could use, but the other one was the Augusta
had a
rule,
good
and
lender.
I used that.
My wife should have done it, but he says I can do it. And he gave me 2.5. So. Roski, hi.
Hey.
How are you, my dear?
And I learned that
So,
from you as well.
you got it done.
I'm a member of, there's different levels, or different membership levels that, it's money basically. And time and energy. That goes along with it, but,
We have a
Oh, you like
and
it?
then this is the truth.
Michael Lewis marketing
In the
suite in
last
the beginning, so
decade,
yeah.
I have not been turned
Oh,
over,
she's here.
thought
So there'll be some time.
like they have done. What they
Is that-
Really? Wow.
Is that,
That's the
I
actual time.
get $1,000 a month in that program, in that community, but I have to like the Rolls Royce and but I'm receiving whatever better than I did for my shop. What do they do? So,
You're here.
Anything and everything that has.
Jen is here.
How are you?
I'm fine, how are you? Great.
How are you?
Anything that.
Hi. I'm Daniel.
Right now,
Daniel. Hadia.
Mr. B. Hey, Mr. B. Morning.
Sorry,
See you.
more,
Thank you for the compliment.
How are you? How's everybody?
Oh, thank you. More,
Returning?
What's going on?
Hey, troublemaker.
I don't remember.
Did you tell me that?
I don't put
Walking Costco advertising.
So, Tina always buys me all this. Father's Day, she got me all this Costco cookies. She does. She's like, I know you chocolate.
I'm gonna tell her.
All right, good morning, everybody. Come on in, grab a seat.
How are you?
So we know our agents will be showing up in the next few minutes.
Everybody's good?
We'll give it a second.
Rushing around.
Come on in. All right, come on in. How's everyone doing? We're doing good? We're doing great? So good. All right, let's get started, guys. Let's get started. We got a lot to go over today. Just so everyone's on the same page, we're going to start with our fun game as always, and then we have Michael Lewis Marketing Suite going to show us some cool tools that you guys have available to you. And then our special guests, Sam and Hadia, are going to be going over their stories. We're going to be asking them some questions. You got to throw something out. He's too busy talking. You know, when you have Hadia as a special guest,
That'll get me.
get her to... How we doing, Zoom? You guys hear us okay?
I thought you said that they were talking.
Victoria, you can hear us? You're the only one on camera? You're connecting to audio? Yeah, we got a thumbs up. Tanya gave us a thumbs up. That works. Alright, as always, Shauna, why don't you come up? Let's have some fun to kick it off. Talk about Shauna. Come on.
It's so fun. It is so much fun. I don't know the answer, so closest to the actual retail price without going over wins a Starbucks gift card.
Every house sold in the last 2 weeks by a non-PW agent. Alright, let's get this first one.
All right, let's see. West Lane Pastor, cute, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, goes to 1988, 2,200 square feet on a 10,000, almost 10,000 square foot lot.
Should I put that up?
Ooh, does it come with a pool table?
That's the one with the price on it, yes.
Everything's
Good price?
Everything is for sale. West Lane Pastor.
Oh, and go boy.
Miss Mitchell is here.
Does it come with the above price? 545.
Alright, let's get some guesses, everybody. Let's get some guesses here. What are we thinking? 539, 529, 525, 625, 565, 450, 430, 539, 551, 589, 525, 545, 565. This is a group think area. They're always within like 5,000. 499. 540, 601. What do we got on Zoom? We got 577, 535, 530, 499, 610, 579, 575.
574.
I'm gonna. How big is it? 2,200 square feet. West Lancaster. 585, 999. Alright, let's get this first one. Actual retail price without going over is.
Wait, not changing.
Don't do it.
$589, 2,589. Anybody closer?
Anybody want 588?
What did I say? Tanya was over by just 4,000.
One. Who won?
Alright, I think it's 589.
Carol,
Angela, you do? Carol? Come on in.
Reggie, good job.
Alright, couple more chances to win here. Let's do this next one.
599 was over. What was the price?
595. Yeah, you were over, Mike. You were over. No. Can't go over.
589. She was 8.
Oh, 89? Oh, you did? I thought you said 95. Oh, you changed it. Alright, here's our next one.
Good job.
West Palmdale.
All right, West Palmdale on a cul-de-sac, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, built in 1995, 3,300 square feet,
Wow.
on a very nice big lot.
Big lot.
RV parking.
I'm gonna say another 25.
RV garage and a spa
Ish, or
or a dog.
Where's the second bird bath?
West Palmdale.
Bird bath.
All right, what are you guys thinking?
659.
650.
Wait, does it have double RV parking?
Yeah, definitely.
689. 689. Too much pressure, Leslie.
I would use that one too.
595.
That's if you put it in the.
695.
It's a big house.
Guys can't decide. They're trying to Google it real quick. 749. 685.
We gotta go 678.
798. 25. 500. 700. We got all over the place on this
You
one.
don't wanna cheat your client.
899, 674, 699, 615, 725, 720, 679. So that high 6 range seems to be the common thing here. Let's see how close you guys are.
I don't know, I think it's community.
All right.
Parking fines, especially in the restaurant.
Actual retail price without going over
Closer to 7.
is. Megan got it right on Zoom. Anybody else get it right? She got it right perfect on Zoom. Megan got it.
Ready to go, Megan?
Man,
She's gonna get money.
somebody paid off in a freight. Starbucks card.
Last one. Last chance. Last one. Here we go.
West Palmdale, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, built in 92, 3,200 square feet.
Ooh, another big one.
Another big house.
There's
More
1.6.
I know.
Not the last one. That's something.
Is this a new? When was it built? 92.
Does it have a garbage disposal?
It was built 92. Nobody built a yard since then.
Saw that. Does it have a garbage disposal? Does it have power windows?
I've heard all day.
All right, what are we thinking here? 719? 725?
It's West Palmdale.
West Palmdale. 725. 899. 725. 725.
Kid, what did you say?
$1. 675. 759.
How many days on market?
730. All right. All right, actual retail price. Last chance to win.
575.
Is 675 to 675. Anybody closer than 675?
677, 304.
667.
Here's all the buttons.
No way.
That is an odd price. Imagine you lost that house by $305.
Right?
I can help you on that.
Yeah, how much? $1 higher.
Thanks for having me.
Nice. Good job, guys. Good job.
Awesome. Shauna, thank you so much as always. Happy thank you.
Happy thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to say something about on track. So when you are writing an offer and you are presenting a buyer, it's okay to put on track escrow on your purchase contract. I have tried it many times and it works. Some of other realtors, they really don't have a favorite escrow company and they go with whatever you put on your purchase contract. I just want to let you know, always try that approach first. And if they want to counter back, it's fine. But always, when you are writing your purchase contract, put on track escrow.
Thank you very much, Hadia.
And you can put monarch title as well. If they would like to counter back, it's always their option. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. All right, we got a little special guest here before Sam and Hadia come up from Michael Lewis Marketing Suites. I believe it's Jackie's. Are you there? Can you hear us?
Jackie.
Cameron, hi.
Hi. Oh, it's Cameron's doing it.
Yes.
Okay, just kidding. Let me spotlight you real quick so we can see you,
Awesome.
and you can take it away.
Awesome, thank you. Let me share my screen here. I hope everyone is having a great day so far out there in Palmdale. I'm so happy to be with you. I'm sorry, let me pull up my screen. Of course, technology wants to do its own thing when you're ready. So I am Cameron from the marketing bar of Michael Lewis Marketing Suite, and I am excited to introduce you all to your office's marketing concierge dashboard. Are you all able to see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so we're really excited to introduce this to you all because this is going to be your hub for all things marketing. Some of you may be familiar with, the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite platform that we have already. And this just expands on that and gives you all many more options. And so the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite site, you are still able to access that site. And that is our do-it-yourself platform. So that's where you'll go to do all of your marketing material yourself. This dashboard, the other items on this dashboard are for the agent that says, I don't want to touch my marketing, I want it done for me. So to access this dashboard, you'll go to kwavmarketing.com. And once you are here, again, all of your marketing options are here. And if you do want to still utilize the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite, you can access that from here as well by clicking on click here to access do-it-yourself marketing templates. And you can click either of these links to be taken to the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. So I would suggest bookmarking the kwavmarketing.com because that's where your marketing journey will start. So, the done for you options here on the dashboard. I do want to point out that first time users will need to call and get a username and password. It is free. Because this is, the items on here are created on a separate site than the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite, it will be a different login, or a separate login, but you can have the same information if you would like. But when you call in, you'll call 310-606-2029 extension 2, and I'll show you that number in just a moment, and Jackie's gonna put that in the chat. And just let them know that you're with the Palmdale office and you want your free login for the marketing bar. So you do have several options on this marketing concierge dashboard. The first options that I'll go over are your free options. So when you all get a listing, you can come here and you have the option to have a free open house flyer created, a free just listed flyer created, or a free pending sale flyer created. So you'll make, whichever selection you need, and it opens up this window here, and you'll see the flyer, and you can just click the flyer to order. And this is where you'll provide us with your information and the property information. So you'll let us know if you want it back. If you want it back, you'll toggle this to yes, and you'll click this link to be taken to the selections. So you can view the selections here on this page. If it'll load, I apologize. And so once you scroll through the selections, then, I'm so sorry guys. I don't know why this is taking so long to load. I'll come back to that. But once you select your postcard back options, they are here, and you can just scroll through. Of course, they're not going to show right now, guys. Sorry, roll with me. I'm going to roll with you. You guys roll with me too. So the the flyer back templates are here. So you'll choose one based off of the aesthetic that you prefer. And then once you go back here to this page, you'll let us know if it's your first time ordering this particular free flyer, or if you've ordered before. Now, if it's your first time ordering, then we'll need a couple of things from you. Of course, you're going to give us your name and all of your designations, the information on the open house, the property address, and all of that. But on your first order, we'll capture your headshot and your logos. You won't have to do that on subsequent orders. And then you'll give us the description for the property and any notes that you would like for us to, note on the flyer, and you'll just submit that. So once you have done that, we will send you a proof, and then we'll send you your final pieces once you approve those. So the process is the same for the free just listed flyer and the free pending flyer. So you'll just make that selection and scroll down, and of course go through the same process to order those. So you also have the option of ordering a 125 complete list to close marketing package. So this marketing package differs because this takes you through the entire life of your listing, and it includes a full suite of marketing material. So the package is $125. And it includes the for sale flyer, PDF for printing, and the image for email blasting and social media, the open house flyer, PDF and image, the just listed and just sold postcard PDF and image, the just listed and just sold 10 by 10s for social media that our team will even post to your social media as often as you request at no additional cost, an 11 by 17 4-panel property brochure, a digital magazine of that property brochure, and a command landing page. So when I say this is a full suite of material that takes you through the entire life of your listing, I mean that. So, again, this is the number that you'll call to get started, 310-606-2029, extension 2. You'll get your free login and password, and then you'll come here to your dashboard once we send you your login credentials, and you'll choose from one of the design options. You can choose from package A, package B, package C, or the brokerage standard. Now, these packages all have that full suite of information in them, that full suite of pieces. The only difference between the packages is the look and feel. So you'll choose one based off of the aesthetic that you prefer. Some of you may be saying, you know, that's great, I have my own unique look and feel. And if you have had a brand box created with us, then you'll scroll down just a little further here and toggle that to yes, and click this link to place your order. And I'll go over brand box branding in just a moment. But you'll click the picture or the link to be taken to the site. And once you are here, this is where you will provide us with the listing specific information and your information. I do want to note the 3 items you can have placed an order there for your first time. This is a separate department, so if it's your first time ordering the list to close package, we will need your headshot and your logo and your office logo on this order as well. But once we have that, we save that in and you won't have to enter it any longer. But for the property, you'll provide us with the link to the high-res photos and the MLS detailed information. Again, on your first order, your headshot, your logo, and your office logo. On subsequent orders, you'll only have to provide us with the link to the high-res photos and the MLS details. It's as simple as that. And then, within 24 business hours, we send you your full suite of beautiful marketing material that you will be able to prove. You'll have a chance to prove it. And then once the proving process is done, then we send you the completion email with all of the pieces and a link to the digital magazine and all of that. And we connect you with the print department if you've selected that you want to print with us. So again, to order, you'll provide us with a link to the high-res photos. That could be the link directly from the photographer, or if you have those photos saved in Dropbox or Google Drive, we'll take them, you know, that way as well. The MLS detail sheet, the PDF, if it's not on the MLS, no worries. You can enter your information below, and I'll show you that momentarily. You'll select whether or not you want to print with us and the postcard size option that you would like. I do want to point out that we are all about options. So if you don't want to print with us, that is completely fine. This package, you'll receive everything digitally, and you'll receive those print-ready pieces so you can take them to any local print vendor of choice. That's up to you, or you can choose to print with us. So again, you'll select whether or not you want to print, the postcard size, and this section is to fill out only if you did not upload the MLS detail sheet. It's one or the other. You don't have to do both. We wanted to make it as simple as possible. So you'll fill in this information if your listing is not on the MLS or not going on the MLS. And then again, you'll add this to the cart and check out. And again, once you place your order, our team will let you know that your order's in queue and what to expect proofs. Our business hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So any orders placed outside of that time will go into queue on the next business day. Again, it's only a 24 business hour turnaround time, and by business hours, I mean within our working hours. So it's a 24-hour turnaround time, and you get this full suite of beautiful marketing material for your listing. It makes you look like a rock star to your clients. And so we do want you to use the verbiage "my marketing team," so you can let your clients know, you know, within 24 hours of having your photography taken for your listing, I'll have this beautiful suite of marketing material. My marketing team will take care of that, and it just, again, just makes you look like a rock star, makes you stand out. So That is the complete list to close marketing package. If you would like to order an a la carte flyer done for you, postcard, or a brochure, then our team can handle that as well. And you'll do that by making that selection, and then you'll just click the flyer and place the order the same way. Again, I do want to point out though that if you're ordering this complete list to close marketing package, none of the ancillary pieces are needed because that list to close package includes all of your list to close material from the beginning of your listing to the end. If you even go into escrow and you want in escrow and 2 days over asking or whatever verbiage, we'll make that change for you. Again, no additional cost, and flip that right back to you. So it's truly a list to close package. So that is the listing material for when you get a listing. So I do want to talk about branding. So I mentioned that if you want to have custom branding done, you'll click here where it says set up custom branding appointment. We have what is called BrandBox. BrandBox is custom branding created and powered by the marketing bar. And we have 2 packages and a la carte. I'll talk about BrandBox package 2 first. It's a one-time design fee of $400, and we create your custom branded package. It includes an email signature design, a 2-sided business card design, and then all of those custom branded core marketing bar assets that I mentioned in the package. The flyers, postcard, brochure, all of those things will be custom branded to your unique look and feel. So BrandBox is really for the agent that has a unique branding style and you want all of your marketing material to just have a cohesive look and feel. We will, on those packages, absolutely still put your headshot and your logo on the existing templates that we have. But again, this is for the agent that wants just something completely custom that does not look like those packages. Again, BrandBox Package 2 is a one-time design fee of $400. Once we design these assets for you, we'll send you the email signature design, the 2-sided business card design, and then these custom branded core marketing assets, we'll take those pieces and program them into the marketing bar because they will be powered by the marketing bar, and we'll execute that same 125 package on each of your listings if you so choose. So again, I want to reiterate, this is a one-time design fee of $400, and then you'll just pay $125 per listing after that to utilize your custom branded marketing assets within the marketing bar. BrandBox Package 1 is a one-time design fee of $640, and it includes everything that Package 2 includes, except you also get a logo. Now, we also have a la carte items. This is by no means an exhaustive list of everything that our design team can do, so I do want to encourage you all, if there's something that you'd like to have custom branded by our team or custom created by our team, then I do encourage you to call or email our custom graphics team, and their information is here, and they can give you a price quote on that. And that's actually how you'll get started on the BrandBox packages as well. So that is custom branding. So $25 business card template and email signature. So I mentioned Michael Lewis Marketing Suite earlier. You do still have access to the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite to, create items yourself. Again, these options are for the agent that doesn't want to touch it, they want it done for them. So if you would like our team to create a business card template, then it's $25 to do so, and you'll click this photo here, and you can scroll through the options by clicking here. They are the same options that are on the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite, and so I do want to point out that the difference between this $25 option and having something custom branding is, the custom branding is your unique look and feel, and it doesn't have to follow this template at all. So if you just want a templated piece and our team to create it, it's $25 to do so, and you will enter all of the information, all of your information here, including the selection that you would like, and your billing and payment information, and our team will create that and get that piece back to you. Once you receive your proofs, you can proof them and let us know if you need any changes, and then you can take that piece to any local print vendor of choice or print with us. Again, we are all about options. We don't want to pigeonhole you into just printing with our print facility. Although, I have heard that we are very competitively priced, so our print facility is top notch. So the $25 email signature works the same way. If you'd like to have that done, you'll make that selection and scroll here and click the flyer to place that order. So we also have a few more options on here. You can have a brand builder created. Brand builder is if you want to introduce yourself to your sphere or reintroduce yourself or your team. It's a $199 one-time setup fee, and our team will take these pieces and customize these color boxes to match your logo and your information. You have 18 touches to choose from, and you get 10. Once you approve your proofs, we'll provide you with a digital magazine of the pieces as well as a PDF, and we'll even load those pieces into your CRM of choice. And to get started, you'll click this flyer to order. Again, you can view the selections by clicking here and scrolling through. Again, there are 18 touches for you to choose from, and you get 10. Or you can allow our team to choose for you by toggling that to yes. Again, a $199 one-time setup fee, and you're all good to go there. I do want to point out that we have this click to schedule button here. If you have any questions prior to paying and placing your order, click to schedule a call with our team so you can work all of that out, and then we can walk you through the process. You also have personalized My Command website. The Command website personalization is a $299 one-time setup fee, and we will personalize it with your branding, link it to your social media and About You pages. We do the company profile page with buyers and sellers content and buttons, the buyers pages, the sellers pages, home value, the KW mobile app pages, as well as your featured listings to the home page, and we'll add your top 10 testimonials. I do want to note that if you feel like you've done some of these items on your Command website already, then click to schedule a call with our team. We will do a screen share, see what has been done and what hasn't been done, so that the price is more commensurate with the work that we're actually doing instead of this $299 static fee. Again, Command website personalization. We have the marketing asset bundle. The marketing asset bundle, we created this bundle because we noted that agents were ordering a lot of the same pieces. So to bring our clients even deeper discounts, we bundled the top products that we were receiving orders for. It's a one-time setup fee of $450, which represents over $100 in savings. It includes the listing presentation personalization, which I'll go over momentarily, the buyer's consultation personalization, the business card PDF, printing is a separate cost, the email signature, and the Command website personalization. So your turnaround time is 3 to 4 business days, and once you approve your proofs and your pieces, we will send you the editable PowerPoint files as well as digital magazines and PDFs of those presentations and instructions on how to import the email signature and on how to print with us if you so choose.
Hey, Cameron.
Click this flyer to order.
Hey, Cameron, is there a spot where we're running short on time? Is there a, obviously the website that you go in here?
I won't go into depth on the last few items, I'll just point them out.
We're just short on time for our next people, so I'll let you finish up here.
So, listing presentation personalization, buyer's consultation personalization, they're both $125 to have done. You'll make the selection, click the flyer to order, just like we did, and the other things. These are still available for you for free on the Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. Again, for the agent that doesn't want to touch it, they want it done for them. The last few items here, you can click here to go to your Command site. You can also click to book the conference rooms in your office. So your office has really curated this dashboard for you all specifically so that it is your first stop to everything, and you can access everything here. Again, the website is kwavmarketing.com, and to get started, you'll call 310-606-2029 extension 2 to request your free login and password for your concierge dashboard. And thank you all so much. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know.
All right, thank you. Let me swing this camera around real quick, everybody. All right. right, we gotta chase Hadia down. Is she coming back?
She's right there.
She's right here? All right. All right, guys, let's jump into our special guest here. Let's welcome up Sam and Hadia Rafeh. Sam, you lost your wife.
She'll be back.
Where at?
She doesn't still.
There she is.
Hey!
Oh, I was gonna fill in.
That would be scary.
Yeah.
It would be entertaining, that's for sure. We might need some entertainment after that. You get Sorry, I was just gonna distract you. You know what? Nobody deserves it more than Mike.
Yeah.
All right, Sam and Hadia, thank you guys for coming up. So I'm sure a lot of us are gonna have some questions. I have some questions for you, sharing your kind of your guys' story, getting into it. But why don't we kind of start in the beginning? What got you guys into real estate? What made you make that decision to kind of jump into the game of real estate? And then what led you guys to eventually go into ownership and franchise agreement with Keller Williams?
Should I start? Or do you want to start?
Yeah, you start.
She'll finish.
Okay. To get into the real estate business, we were pretty much broke until we got into the real estate business. We thought we're gonna do a bankruptcy because we owed so much money on our credit cards. We could not make ends meet. We did not have a choice to go to fancy restaurants. Our choices were McDonald's or Burger King or some of those guys. And the choice of menu was the dollar menu. And I'm being completely honest with you. We counted our pennies to go and buy a hamburger. So the dollar menu was our choice, and the whole family had one soda because we could not pay for for each one to have a soda. So we shared one soda for the whole family. So being in that position, and when we heard about the real estate business, we got into the real estate business with every bit of motivation and drive to change our financial situation. So sometimes being at the bottom of the barrel is a good thing because that's as low as you can get. And in reality, that was our situation. And I remember one time she bought a dress, and it was expensive, but we needed to go to this party, so we said, keep the tag and then wear it to the party and then return it. And I'm being honest with you, that's what we did, because we could not afford to buy a nice dress for her. So she put up with me all of the, during tough times. And when we started, to do good in the real estate business, she was in charge of the finances, and her priority was to pay off our credit card debt. Sure enough, slowly we were tackling one credit card at a time until we paid off our credit card bills. And at that time I said, you're done, let me handle the financials now. And she still tells me, I was the one that paid off the credit cards, and when I paid them off, you wanted to take over the financial. So that's our story to get into the real estate business. And the beauty of the real estate business is you could do as much as you want, or as little as you want, or you could fly as high, as far as you want, and you could fly as low as you want and go nowhere. The beauty of the real estate business, each one of us is an independent contractor. We could decide how much income we want to make. And then we put a plan behind our choice of where we're going to go. So the choice is ours, and that was motivational for Hadia and I. And she probably would not say it for herself, but she's been my rock from day one. That's somebody that I can depend on when I'm down, somebody she can lift me up when I'm down, and when I'm like having a hard time making decisions, I always run it by her. So,
Thank you.
so I will stop right there if you want something.
How did I start the real estate business? This is a true story. Sam used to work at the company's travel agency. So, and then he came in one day, he's like, I like to be in real estate. when we purchased this house, I like, the whole process and everything. So when he worked at the travel agency, I used to take the calls at home from his buyers. Of course, there were no cell phones. So I was like, okay, the phone is ringing. Oh, appointment? You cannot make it Saturday? Oh, when would you like to make the other appointment? So I start helping without knowing I'm helping. And that's how when he started, and he finished, he started his real estate career. He's like, why don't you come and we work together? And that's how the first thing we started to work together in real estate. I stepped in without knowing I'm stepping in.
She wanted to be a teacher, by the way.
I wanted to be a teacher, but
And I said, why you want to be a teacher? You're going to be consumed from this time to that time. Why don't you become a lender? And then I will transfer, I'll give you my business. And of course,
that's the bit that, yeah. But his question was like, how did we start it to
Yeah, but that's how we transition.
What was the question again?
No, it's how did you get into it? So what point did you decide that you wanted to move into more of a brokerage role and get more into a leadership role instead of just doing full-time buying and selling real estate?
At first, I went to my broker, I said, I'm pretty much done by listing and selling homes. I would like to step up to the brokerage side. So he was up in age, and I said, why don't you let me run it? And I will do all the hard work, just coach me from the side. He says, no. He said, why don't we find another office so we could buy it together? We did. And then he said, no. And I said, well, okay, then let me figure something out that I could do by myself. And I did, and when I was introduced to the franchise that we bought, it was a slam dunk. I could not think of anything else. It was a great timing, I think, and it was great timing. There's a lot of question marks you could ask yourself at that time because it's a new company. So there's a lot of fear that...
You're talking about Keller Williams, right?
I'm talking about Keller Williams, yeah. So there's a lot of fear when you're buying a franchise, especially a new franchise, especially it's not that known yet. So that's the story of getting into the real estate.
What made you choose? You looked at a lot of different franchises. What made Keller Williams stand out above the other ones?
Well, I had my own team, and Leslie was part of my team when I was at Century 21. I wanted to figure out a way that will reward people on my team. Heidi Hampton was one of the agents on my team, and she brought in a few people to the team. And I said, how can I reward Heidi? Because it's good for me, but she's not getting nothing out of this. So how can I reward Heidi? I start thinking about the structure, and maybe we could do this, maybe we could do that, and I could not figure it out. But when I was introduced to the profit-sharing concept, I said, "Oh my God, this is perfect." Now she can benefit when somebody grows the company with us. Would have a benefit from growing that company, and it takes somebody unselfish to think about a profit sharing, right? Because now you're sharing your profits with the people that are helping you growing your company. And it takes somebody that thinks abundance, not scarcity. So that was the turning point. And also, God, family, and then business. A lot of times we live our life that we don't prioritize it this way. We tend to have business control our lives and our personal life. And that was like an eye-opener for me. And also, reading the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, that was the Bible of the real estate agent to grow their business as a business and have an abundant business for themselves. So all of those factors were an eye-opener for me, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And in reality, it was like a slam dunk. Oh, this is the company for me.
So let's go back to 2003, right? That's the right year we opened. What was the first year's goals? What what was going through your guys' head in setting up the Keller Williams out here to be successful? What did that look like, and did you achieve those goals? And so take us through that time period of that first year.
I mean, Hadia can attest to the fact that we were janitors of the office. We cleaned the office. I came in early in the morning, swept the front of the office to make sure it's clean, dusted, made sure the bathrooms are clean. I mean, I wanted to make sure that when agents walked into the office, they liked the environment that they're in. So, and Hadia was, coming in with me early in the morning, leaving late in the evening, talking to agents and making sure that, they know that we're here for them and understand that their best interest matters to us.
We loved everyone walked in and walked out of the office every day. We were like a family. We talked like a family. We ate like a family. Their struggle was our struggle. Like when realtors came in and talked to me about their struggles, as it felt like, it's me who needs to take away from their, what they do every day. We loved every moment of it, basically. I didn't see my house in the daylight for like 4 years.
I'll share
We would
something.
have left at 6 a.m., we came back like almost midnight.
Now that you mentioned the house, we were fired from Century 21, myself and the team. So we were homeless. We didn't have a place to go to. This office was not ready. So when we were fired, guess what happened? We were, Leslie, everybody on the team, everybody that joined us, Steve, his team, joined us, Rose. We came into my house on Castana Lane, and the loft was pretty much where everybody, and people were making calls on the, from the backyard, from the living room, from the kitchen, receiving calls, showing houses. When we held our meeting, and I wish we had the picture to show it, people sat on the stairway, and all the agents. I mean, we still have. I'm sure I have those pictures to remind us of the the journey and how it was, and that's how we did the office meeting in our house.
Yes.
But everybody was like, how can I help? And that's what really made us feel like a true family. Everybody was willing to help and support in any which way possible. And that was a huge stepping stone to transition to the office later on and stay cohesive. Because everybody was targeting our agents to recruit them to their offices, right? And none left. On the contrary, they were trying to tell other people, hey, come and join us. Right, Steve? Right, Rose?
Yeah.
So it was like you look back and you see all the positive things. But there was struggle. There was times like your stomach is turning upside down and you feel like, the world is closing on you. And that's, that happens when you're growing. You're uncomfortable. You're under pressure, you're under stress, yes, but you're growing, right? So
That goes back to like everybody needs a family. When people came into our house to work, which is we had not a big house, so it was everywhere. So that was their office.
Yep.
So that tells us that people need each other. They didn't work from home. They came, parked in our street, and walked into the house.
early in the morning,
Yes. And they worked from my house all day long.
Yep.
Literally, like there were like about 20, 25 realtors came into my house and they sat on the couches, talked to their clients. And that's where, the family is all about. That's how we kind of we felt everyone is a family. They came to my house, played with my kids, and that's how people grow, is coming from a good heart. And if you are working on your business and you're coming from a good place, it's gonna grow. It's like watering the plant when there's love.
yeah.
That's how I feel about it. So basically, that's how we started, actually, because the office was not ready, the house was available, and then, we changed. It took so long for this office to finish, but when it finished, it filled up really quickly. People were coming, knocking on the doors, joining us, making sure we're okay.
we were disruptors. We disrupted the Antelope Valley. Because all of a sudden, look what happened. There was news that was coming out that really benefited us, right, in a way. And when the broker, let us go, it kind of also helped us indirectly, right? Of course, at that time we didn't like it, but it really helped us. And I made a commitment from that point on. If anybody was to leave Keller Williams, I would wish them nothing but the best. And if you know, for the last 21 years, 20 years, 22 years, we've never had any issue with any agent that left. We wished them the best, and that's how we left it. There was never a bad feeling, or you're fired, and get out of here, and take the keys, and change the locks. And, yesterday he was your friend. All of a sudden, you're changing the locks. So what kind of friendship did you have, and was it a true friendship? So I wanted to make sure that we continue, and that's why you see a lot of people coming back to Keller Williams. So that's my my small pet peeve with the structure that we had, and it within less than a year we were the launching office of the year with KW.
So looking back at the last 20 years, 21 years we've been in business, what are some of the big obstacles that have come up and growing this to be what it is today, and how'd you guys overcome that between the two of you?
So between us, but I just want to mention something about obstacles in the business. Everyone, if it's a small business or a big business, they're going to have obstacles. Sometimes it's not an obstacle, but we think about it as an obstacle. The main thing is to stay on your path. Do not listen too much. And that's one of the things that when we were growing the business, the news that came in was more than what it is. So if you're making your calls, don't listen to someone who's like, oh, you're gonna make the calls and you're not gonna go anywhere with it, or you're not gonna get the leads. So stay put, stay focused on your goal. So because there's a lot of obstacles comes in between, you know that. In anything, you could be going to on a road trip and there's obstacles. So can you imagine growing a business? So stay put, stay focused, and look at the goal. What's the ending results of every activity you are making? So that was one of my things, our things is like we stayed focused, no matter news that we got, hear it, no matter what outside world is happening, we stayed in this office focused on our realtors. Our realtors was everything. The realtors, the most important to us was like to make them happy, to give them everything they need to do their job. So, I mean, obstacles, between me and Sam, there was no obstacles.
Well, just in general, for building business.
We fed over.
Let's start your marriage.
We don't own any guns in the house.
There was no obstacles between me and Sam. There were like, when he made a decision, I listened to the end. I gave my feedback. When I'm doing something, he always listened. And listening was the biggest thing. He is a great listener. And we fed off each other energy and, ideas, stuff like that. But obstacles, we had obstacles because you know what? Your mind works against you. Actually, your mind makes up stories that something is not going right, by the way. Right? It's not what's out there. It's what's going on here. So basically, our fear, the fear is the biggest obstacle in anybody's life. And we put it in us because we do not know how to take it out, how to think about it. So that's what I think in our journey, the fear was taking some place. And sometimes when, something is happening, like somebody's not happy, we want everyone to be happy. The leadership here, they want you to be happy. Communication is a key. I always told realtors, our doors are open. If something's bothering you, come over. So kind of like, the obstacles is gonna come in, but most obstacle that's mine, it was in here. It was not happening, literally, because everybody liked KW, everybody liked the office, everybody did well. And that was our biggest reward.
If anything that we do in life is easy, everybody would be doing it.
Right.
Right? It's how much you can tolerate and how much you can put up with, how much you can overcome is what builds you. So obstacles in any business, in real estate, and people calling it, I mean, it's gonna happen. One of the biggest obstacles, to be honest with you, is people don't do what they're supposed to do. Although we push, we try, we teach, we preach, we this, we that, they still don't do it. That's the biggest obstacle, is when there is something that would be beneficial. People don't want to change, don't want to evolve and improve and adapt and change. And that's the challenge that you have, and that's the biggest obstacle, is the mindset, how you change other people's mindset.
We like to be comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. People
But
love to be
growing a
comfortable.
business is not easy, even if it's a small business or a big business. It's just, I always stay, like when the news came in or somebody said something, I always look at like this. If you want to bring it into your life or to your business, you're going to feel like you're going like this. So always stay put on the goal. So our business was like, okay, how many realtors we want to get in here? How many realtors we want to make successful, or top producers, millionaires. We did multiple seminars on how to become millionaires, and many of you, became millionaires. So that goal that kept us going, like how can we improve people's lives? Because when you improve people's lives, your life gets improved through them. So obstacle-wise, that's what you were saying. And we stayed literally, like it didn't matter what's going on in our lives. Always business came first to me. To me. I mean, did we get challenges? Yes. Did I leave the kids alone many, many times? Yes. I had to bring in my parents a year at a time to stay with the kids so I can be focused on the office. So there's a lot, of course, sacrifices.
Another question.
I think that was the biggest sacrifice for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So now that you guys have achieved, because I want to let the audience ask some questions here, and now that you've achieved a lot of your goals through your lives in building Keller Williams to be #1 out here, how do you continue to sustain the success and continue to grow the legacy that you guys have built?
We do a lot of communication together, as much as we
brainstorm quite a bit.
Quite.
And to continue to grow a company, you must continue to evolve, and you must continue to change and adapt to new changes. If you're stuck with one thing, you're going to be stuck in that specific area. So how do you grow a company? Is by growing other people. When you stop growing others, you're going to stop growing. And in reality, our goal has been, and always have been, is to help our agents achieve the highest level of success. And when you do, you will be successful as well.
True, and other things is like bringing in talent, like bringing in leadership, bringing in people. You cannot do everything by yourself. By the way, if anybody tells you I succeeded alone, they are absolutely wrong. Each piece that you do every day, it's contributing to a success in somehow, okay? And advice. You hear someone down the hall talking about something and you grab that piece to help you with your business. So I think by us bringing in more talent, Iman, Garrett, Amy, without those people that is helping us, there's no way we can keep it growing, I believe like we grow through people and evolve, and the value that you all bring in. Sometimes I talk to anyone and they give me one piece and I'm like, thank you for that conversation, because we grow every day. And I would encourage everybody to come into the office, to be honest with you, because I learned everything in my career coming and going to an office. I heard the person next to me somebody brought me a listing that, you know, is great for my client. So I want to encourage, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you guys, please stop being at home because you are being isolated from all the information that could be available to you coming to the office. The office is a big deal to me, so.
I'll vouch to that. So for example, I'm talking to you. Let's say Janet and I were talking, and all of a sudden she tells me about a property. I may be interested in it, or maybe my client would be interested in it, or we can talk about something that would be beneficial for both of us. So interaction. One time I was walking by Leslie, another Leslie. She said, I said, how are you? She said, it's a great day. My clients are coming in to sign an offer. I said, what are you selling? She said, I'm selling this piece of property that has storage units, apartments, and 3 houses. I said, hold on. Where's this property? She started telling me about this property. I said, I'm going to look at it right now. Don't sign the offer. I went, looked at it. I said, Leslie, write it up.
So
She said-
basically, what's the?
So the result is, if I didn't talk to that agent, I would not have bought that property.
And if he was not in the office, there is no property to know about. Right.
So having those with Ken, with Leslie, with Steve, I mean, when we meet, there's a different level of energy when you are with somebody versus virtual with somebody. Different energy. And you cannot create it through any virtual Zoom or any artificial intelligence. Being with somebody, completely different. Different. You talk on the phone, different. Right? So being with people I believe this is essential, although the world is trying to shift us to become more virtual and more virtual. So there's no collaboration between people, and I just don't like it. I feel there is we're losing when we do that.
I feel like everyone on Zoom just got attacked. No, I'm just kidding.
It's good to be used.
All right, so we have some time for some questions. I skipped some of mine, so we had enough time. Sorry that presentation earlier took a little longer than expected. Kenny, why don't we start with you?
Is there anything you would have done differently, like open in Beverly Hills instead of Palmdale?
No, a great question, by the way.
Great.
The only thing that I would have done differently, I would have bought more real estate.
Good answer.
Sounds like the closing line for Wolf of Wall Street.
No, it's true.
Maybe wishing.
I'm reading a book called The Banker's Code and recommended by Amy. And by the way, listen, when your leadership stop learning, find another leadership.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So when Amy goes to those events, the intention is to bring you that information, right? So she's not going just for the fun of it, or she just wants to spend a couple of days in Texas. She's bringing you that information. It's your job to seek it. Once you close your mind, you're not going to be able to grow. So you got to have an open. So she suggested the Banker's Code. Oh my God, I wish I read it 10 years ago. I probably would have done things a little bit differently. Because although I've read hundreds of books, but still I could learn. I'm still open to learning and expanding my knowledge. So that book was essential. Amy, the information that she's bringing in with investing, it's very beneficial if you tap into it. Now, you could say, I don't want it, which is perfectly fine. But if you want it, it's available. And your leader is taking you to that level. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on at KW, is that we want you to retire with dignity. I don't want any of you to retire on Social Security because it sucks and you don't want to be there, right? So my wish to all of the agents is to retire with dignity and have some passive income. And it's okay if you don't have it, but shame on you if you continue not having it.
Question on that. How do you feel about syndication?
Syndication can be done if it's done right, right? Which is a great question. When the market was terrible, right, in 2009, 10, 11, 12, I wanted to put a syndication together, put a group of people together and invest in real estate. Because, you know, individually you have so much and then, you know, you're done, you're out.
Right.
You put so much money and then, so I talked to an attorney that discouraged the hell out of me not to do it. He scared me. I wish I never listened to him.
Right.
But that's one of the mistakes that you make. Sometimes you think you're doing the right thing and you end up doing the wrong thing. It scared me.
And that's how life is, to learn.
I learned from that. But again, you know, like the Banker's Code is an amazing book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich. All of those books should be your Bible to learn and grow. And remember, when you're reading something that you feel that resonates with you, digest it, repeat it until you really get it. You get me? So, I feel that the authors sometimes are talking to me. You know, so I love what I hear, and I implement it. And I teach, I would love other people to implement it. Because God put you on our path for a reason, right? I want you to do better. I want you to improve your life. I want you to provide the best for you and your family. And it can be done. The only one that is holding you back is you. Don't blame anyone. It's you. Face reality, stand in front of the mirror and say, you know what? The only one that's holding me back is me. The only one you can blame is the person you're looking at in the mirror.
Yeah, what's the next question?
Anyone on Zoom have a question you'd like to jump in, or? You guys aren't on Zoom. Go ahead, Amy. Or go ahead, George.
George first.
What does the next 5 years look like, Sam?
I want to leave a mark with as many people as possible that I have been able to impact their life in a positive way. That's my goal, and believe me, I need a non-profit organization because I want to make that difference. Right now, my passion is to help others. It's always been my passion, but now I feel like I can dedicate more time. So I thank you for supporting the escrow company, supporting the title company, because as you support me more, I'm able to do more. So I thank you. So whatever I do, because of all of you. If I could do great things, because of each and every one of you, that's been part of my journey and part of our life.
And I always say support each other. Like, I know if someone is an inspector within our family, let's support that person. So that's why I keep telling everyone, let's keep everything in here, because that's when we can do more. We can put more classes, have more efforts. I want everyone to really thank the leadership staff. They dedicate so much time. Sometimes they answer after hours. Sometimes they are here on the weekends. I really appreciate everybody who works a lot for, the well-being of everyone. So they are like, from Iman to Garrett to Iman to Amy. It's like, to me, when I'm calling even after hours and they're answering and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, thank you, Saturday, Sunday. Shauna at Ashkara, they have done an amazing job, by the way, doing things that on the weekend for us to check on something. So when it's in-house, actually, we can do more. And I can tell you sometimes like in here, we're all like family. If you see each other, greet each other, hug each other, it's okay. Say hi, smile. That's what KW here is all about. KWAB is all about being passionate about each other and the success of each other.
I'll share a quick story. I have a client that came into the office that I sold her a house like 20-some years ago. She said, Sam, congratulations on this, for this office. I said, I want to thank you for being part of my life and part of my journey.
Sure.
You and many people like you have put me where I am today. I am forever grateful. She gave me a hug, and that's the truth. Without our clients, we don't have success. So thank them, love them, care about them, and they would love you and care about you.
Looks like there's one question on Zoom real quick. It says, what has been the most rewarding experience that touched your heart in real estate?
Making a difference in clients' lives and our agents' lives. That's the most rewarding. Yes, the money comes, but the money is not the most. When you see other people flourishing, it gives you far more reward than the money that you get.
My reward
This is you cannot.
Yeah.
There is no price tag you can put on that.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. When your client, by the way, she texted in the Facebook, and I posted her message. When she was struggling as a nurse, I think her husband's a nurse.
Yeah.
She was struggling, and I helped them. I guided them how to buy a house. She remembers me until this day. I made a difference in their lives. And how many people you're making a difference in their lives? A lot. A lot, believe me. Whether they say it or not, you're making a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the most rewarding job, by the way. You're helping people invest in the most valuable thing they'll own in their entire life.
Most rewarding to me is meeting people. I meet so many good people. I impact their life, of course, and they impact my life in return. So basically, to me, it was like many of my clients become friends, and they check on me more than my family checks on me. Like, hey, I didn't see you this week. What happened? You didn't post something. So those are so much touch my heart, and impacting people, and they impact you in return. When I see Leslie, I'm so happy to see Leslie, and Leslie's like, hey, where have you been? We see each other more than we see our own family. So that's, COVID put us in a bubble. And to be honest with you, to go against the river, right? That's what they want from us. That's what they want from us, and we have to challenge that, because believe me, we learn so much being in here and among each other. I learned my business, whatever I'm doing right now, from being in an office with among other loan officers that they were a lot better than me in what they do. And I heard them, and I didn't make a mistake in my files because of them. Just being in the office, listening, asking, someone has a problem, they see you in the hallway and they say, oh, by the way, I have this issue. You learn from the issue. As much as it's not your issue, you learn from it, right? So that's why classrooms and, it's come into the office as much as you can. There's plenty of beautiful classes in here. And I tell people, keep coming, because every time you learn something. I want to encourage, I want to take this opportunity to talk about, having people coming in more to the office and, impact each other's lives.
It's a good class on Monday.
I'm doing it.
And there's lunch.
Okay.
All right, Amy, last question, Amy, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so we are blessed to be in your orbit, but if I'm a real estate agent and I'm sitting and listening to the stories and the challenges that you've had in the 20-plus years, right, throughout your life, what is one piece of advice that you can give to the agents here so they can go and build the empire that they see for themselves?
Let me answer. To me, don't let the fear or any noise outside your plan to get interfered to your plan. Okay? Stop listening to saying, oh, the real estate market is not good. By the way, there's a crash. All of that aside, you're gonna do good in your business. Even if you're getting a degree, if you're getting a certificate, this is my piece, And that's what helped me in throughout my life. Every time something is coming in, I had to be aware of the fear or the noise, not to interfere with the mission that I have. So that's my piece.
Two things. One, is be learning based. Always have an open mind. 2, set a goal.
Right.
Without goal, you don't know where you're going. And have passion behind your goal. Because if you're doing it just because you want to, it's different than you're passionate about what you're doing. Makes all the difference in the world. So have a goal.
Write it down.
Awesome, well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, everybody, for your time.
If you have more questions, they're all here all the time, and they'll just come talk to you. So don't be shy, come talk to them. Thank you guys so much, we appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We'll be, next week, guys, we have Fred said, he's got one of the larger teams in California. He's gonna be here talking about team building. So if you're interested in learning about how to build a team, those steps, he will be here all next week talking about team building. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. We will see you guys next week.
I also have tickets for the raffle
Oh,
for
yeah.
Clean Care,
Oh, yeah.
so please participate, buy a ticket, and these are the prizes that will be.
I want to take a picture.
Anybody ready to buy?
Next week, they'll be auctioning out their $5 a ticket.
Go in the middle.
Sorry, I just ran out of time. I blew the,
Picture, picture, come on. Here we are.
Wow, the other side.
Divided, so if you wanna, it will be on,
Wow, I came on right on time.
not tomorrow.